Whoa. Okay, now we're going forward. Agents and golf carts getting beer. Now we're going forward. We are headed out to my real estate office, Freedom First Properties. We are gonna go talk to my sister. She's a broker, she's an attorney, she's a real estate agent, Melinda Johnson. She's got all kinds of stuff. She's got all kinds of knowledge. So we're headed down there. We're gonna go check it out. Let's go. Agents and golf carts getting beer, we are going to do a couple of things. We are going to go to Freedom First Properties, my brokerage, or my sister's brokerage, where my license hangs. We're going to go talk to her. We're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to talk about landlords and renting. We're going to talk about pigs. Stay tuned for that, 2 500-pound pigs. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a little bit of golfing, and we're going to find out just what goes on in this crazy state of California and landlord action. So that's it. Let's go find Mel. Let's go upstairs and see what she's got to say today. Let's go in and grab Melinda so we can get her on set. Her office is right here, so let's sneak in here and see if she's ready. Melinda, today's the day. Are you ready to be on Agents? The golf carts getting beer?
I so am, Dan.
All right, let's go out and let's get some stuff filmed. Let's talk about real estate. Today on Agents and Golf Carts Getting Beer, we are here on set at Freedom First Properties with my sister, my broker, real estate agent, sister extraordinaire, and we're going to talk about some stuff. But before we get to talking, this show is about agents. We're agents.
We are.
We've got golf. That comes later. So what's left?
Beer.
Beer. Let's open up a beer and get the show started here. Today I will open your beer.
Why, thank you, Dan.
Thank you. You're welcome. And today we have, on Melinda's request, this is a Firestone Union Jack IPA.
Yum.
Yum, yum. Let's pour these out. See how... Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see. Oh,
Delicious.
good
Delicious
choice. Good choice. Good choice.
Thank
So,
you, Dan.
before we get started, I always like to ask my guests, because it's your first time on the show.
It is.
So just a little about you, a little about your background, give us a little bit so we know who you are, and then we'll get into some of the grittier topics.
Well, most importantly, you mentioned I'm your sister.
Yep.
So, but outside of that, I am the broker at Freedom First Properties. I'm also an attorney, although broker is my main job. And I'm a mom of 3 and an animal lover and Neil's wife, and I think that sums up my most important attributes.
Okay. Well, let's get in. I know today we talked a little before behind the scenes that we want to maybe talk a little bit about what's going on in California, rent control, some of that stuff. I know you're really knowledgeable of that. Why don't you...
Yes, so there's been a lot of changes that have gone on in California. There's about 38 new laws that relate to being a landlord. They're kind of over the top on legislating. The ink is running dry in their pens. And California already started out, as many of you may know, as not being exactly a landlord-friendly state. Wow, you should really check it out now. There's a lot of provisions. It's radically changed, I think, is the best way to sum it up. There's rent caps that have come on. There's now just cause eviction, and there is changes in the fair housing law, what you can consider income. For example, for the last 30, 40 years, however long, Section 8 or VASH voucher, which is the veterans equivalents, have been in place. You've been able to say whether as a landlord you want to accept Section 8 or you don't want to accept Section 8.
And that's changed.
That has changed radically. So, you would get calls all the time, ring, ring, hey, do you guys accept Section 8? And, 95% of the landlords would say no, because there's a lot of red tape and you got to get an inspection and blah, blah, blah. Well, these days, if you say no, it could be up to a $21,039 fine, because it's now considered income discrimination on equivalent with race, gender, sexual orientation, or 13 other discriminations. There's no warning, there's no education. Well, there is education. So let me tell you about the education. I believe it's AB 72. I'll have to fact check it, but I think it's AB 72. They set aside $20 million of our tax dollars for education. But it's not for landlords, it's actually for tenants and tenants' rights groups. And they've actually set up stings, so they'll call you up and say, hey Dan, do you take Section 8?
I say no.
Bing, you have a lawsuit. So, $21,039 first time fine.
Wow, that seems fair.
Yeah. And obviously they're not about the fine, they're all about making us educated, not since they're giving the money to tenants' rights groups.
Wow. Holy moly. Obviously, you know a lot about this topic. There's even more you could discuss. Why don't you give them your cell phone? You want to give them your cell phone?
Sure.
If any landlords want to talk to you out there, anybody
Sure.
that owns property. I know that's kind of your expertise, your area, one of your many, not your only, but one of your many expertise.
Yeah, well, it's definitely my passion because landlords are just getting an unfair shake here. So if anybody has any questions, you can reach me at 714-863-5485. And if you are interested, you can go on Eventbrite. We're actually having a free education for landlords. And I'm hoping you're going to let me talk about one more super important thing for landlords.
Absolutely. One more thing. Go ahead.
Okay, so a lot of landlords, Dan, out there are saying, it's okay that rent control doesn't apply to me because I have a single family home or I have a condo, so I'm exempt. Seems okay, so let's not worry about it, right? Except what they're not telling you, because remember, $20 million is not for you as a landlord. What they're not telling you is you lose that exemption if you don't give your notice to the tenant about rent control. So it doesn't matter that it doesn't apply to you. It's an exemption that's going to be lost if by the end of June you don't get out there and give them a notice.
There is a new form, correct?
There is a new form. It's not my favorite form. I love you, Carr, but that is not my favorite form you've ever drafted. So we have some additional forms that we feel like provide a little bit more clarity, shall we say. So
if you want that form, we'll have a link below. You can also call or just get on the Freedom First website, hit any one of the contacts, and we'll get that form out to you.
Free,
you can talk to Mel. Yeah.
Giving it out freely. We don't want landlords to get stuck in this. I'm a landlord.
I'm
Dan's a landlord. We don't want any other landlords getting in trouble. So we all got to help each other out because the legislature is not on your side. And I'll go down on record with that.
Okay. Usually I finish. Let's have another sip of beer.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. We've got to be thirsty after all that landlord stuff.
I know. All that talking.
Excellent. Usually ask kind of a crazy question. What is the craziest thing you've ever been asked as a real estate agent by one of your clients?
Oh, I have to think about that for a second because there is nothing that's coming to me.
Nothing coming to mind?
Off the top of my head.
Crazy request. Maybe crazy.
We have some requests. Unfortunately, it relates to rental again, and that's not all we do.
Sure,
but
right,
let's go back to that. So there are also within California. There's it's actually federal. The emotional support animals and things like that. So one of the requests that we had was for, they must have been like 500-pound pigs, were their indoor emotional support animals. We didn't actually have to address it because there was credit and income issues. However, that's one of the interesting things about being in California. So not little potbelly pigs, not a little pig, like giant, bigger than human-sized pigs. Two,
and they wanted two because they're emotional support.
Yeah. They sent me pictures of them all cuddled up, which, those animals can really play a legitimate role. It's just, that's like taken on another two very huge set of roommates.
Yeah, that's... All right, well, I think that kind of wraps up the show for this part of the... We still got quick tips coming up with Steph.
All right.
And then at the end, we always do the putting. You ready to do some putting?
I am, but if we have Vegas odds here, definitely should not be on me.
Well, it's all for fun. It's for charity, so... stay tuned for quick tips and more putting. Agents and golf carts getting beer, sitting next to my beautiful bride. Bring us a tip, Steph. What do you got for us today on Quick Tips?
Do you like egg salad sandwiches?
Sure enough.
Well, I do.
You more than I do. I do, and you even more than me.
So my tip today is to help you peel eggs even more easily. You throw 2 teaspoons of vinegar and a pinch of salt in the boiling water when you're boiling your eggs, and then the peel should just come right off.
Ooh.
Just like that.
Well, who doesn't like eggs? Who doesn't like an egg salad sandwich? And now it's that much easier. Go out and make that sandwich. Vinegar, salt, boiling water, crack peel, done. Great tip, Steph.
Oh, thank you.
Agents and golf carts getting beer, the putting for charity segment. My sister here's got a putter in her hand. You guys know the drill, but if you're a first-time viewer, make sure you're liking the show, comment below, subscribe. But here we go. Picks a hole, not the sand trap. She puts it in. I put in $5. She misses. She's got to put $5 in the charity jar. So we're gonna give her 2 balls to try and make it. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Oh, sand trap.
Ooh, sand trap.
Number 2. Please go, please
Oh,
go.
oh,
a
wait,
little short.
wait. Oh, well, close enough. All right, thanks for watching. There it is, 2-putt, 2-putt. Thanks for watching today's show of Agents and Golf Carts Getting Beer. Today, we went down to Freedom First Properties. We talked to Melinda Johnson, my sister, and our broker of our Freedom First Properties office. We talked a little bit about landlords and rentals in California. So if you want more info on that, there will be some links below or here somewhere. My magical McKenna will put that all on PD. And we tasted some beers and we played a little golf, a little putting. And so thanks for watching. If you have any real estate needs, please give me a call. I am a real estate agent. And now that you're watching my show on YouTube, please comment, like, and subscribe. That really helps me out. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.